You look like you're in a much better mood than Aaron Rodgers with his wide receivers. All right, let's dive right into it. This is obviously Feel the Beat, where we try to learn more than us idiots looking from outside in could ever know. Aaron Rodgers, more like a coach this season. That's what that sounded like. It sounded like a coach's press conference that he gave. Is he taking into that role a little bit? Because obviously we saw him talking to Rasul Douglas, I think, in practice a couple times and everything like that. Is that what you're noticing, and is everything okay over there?
Yeah, I think he kind of relishes that mentor role. Maybe he's not the worst teammate of all time, like some people say, but listen, he knows this wide receiver core has a long ways to go. The other day after practice, he said, it's the story at camp. Simple plays we're messing up. They're dropping passes. They're running wrong routes, mental errors. It's not Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb. He really just singled out the young wide receivers. So then on Wednesday morning, wide receivers coach Jason Vrabel said, we got to meet with 12. So the wide receivers, the quarterbacks, and the offensive coaches involved in the passing game got together, and Aaron Rodgers led the meeting and basically said, this is the standard. I don't know if the tone was angry, but he basically said, there have been some really damn good receivers around here. We have a really high standard. We got to stop making these errors. They watched film from Tuesday's practice when the Saints defense totally dominated the offense. We'll see where they go from here. Samori Toure, who's a rookie receiver they have, said, listen, when it comes from coaches, it's one thing. When it comes from Aaron Rodgers, it's another. He said they really took it to heart. We'll see if they turn it around with 3 weeks until they play the Vikings in Minnesota.
Hey, still a lot of time to figure it out. And if something clicks, I mean, what a moment for that entire offense in the post-Davante Adams era. Is Sammy Watkins on that team still? What's going on over there?
Yeah, he's actually playing pretty well.
Haven't heard a thing, Steinman. Maybe do a little bit better fucking coverage.
Come on.
Steinman, what do we did Syracuse not teach you? Like, hey, if a new guy is in town and Aaron celebrated his arrival and he's having a good, let's talk about it. Is that not in like Syracuse 204 or something like that?
I will be honest, since I'm the only person who covers us for The Athletic, I watched the Packers defense versus the Saints offense on Tuesday. And then after practice, I went and talked to Rasul Douglas instead of Aaron. And that's when Aaron said Sammy Watkins just had his best day since he's been here. So that's
you didn't have eyes on it. You didn't have eyes on it. In the Syracuse 101, got to have eyes on it. Got it. All right. I get it. But he's doing well?
He's playing well. I think Sammy Watkins, he's in a different spot than Cobb and Lazard because he's a veteran who hasn't played with Aaron Rodgers. But he's a guy they're really excited about in this offense. And Sammy's been really upfront with us about injuries have derailed my progress in living up to that number 4 overall pick billing, if you may. And he's ready to prove his doubters, whatever you want to call them, wrong. And he said he feels really good, and he's been playing well. So I think he's going to be a big part of this offense.
Happy birthday, Dano. Anytime Aaron Rodgers says anything, people tend to overreact. So I don't think I was really surprised by the reaction today and yesterday after he kind of dressed down his receivers. And maybe that doesn't happen publicly a whole lot, but how often does that type of conversation have during camp between a quarterback and his wide receivers?
Yeah, all the time. You know, I remember, being a part of teams with, like, again, Matthew Stafford, where he would sit there and try to have conversations with guys about, listen, you can't go outside release on this because it's going to impact the play, all that stuff. And he kept, he never really, I don't think he did it publicly, but I'm not surprised by Aaron doing that because I think Matt LaFleur honestly said it the best. He was like, the urgency that he's, kind of seeing in the situation is what he likes from it the most. So those aren't, first of all, it's not abnormal for these things to happen, let alone the fact that most of these receivers are young players. And so this isn't some, surprising aspect. This is a little bit anticipated of. This is why back in the spring, when everyone was like, Aaron Rodgers needs to be at OTAs and mini camps. And I was like, no, he doesn't. These kids need to even learn the playbook before he's there. So I'm not surprised by it. But I think that his, kind of urgency to be realistic in a situation that, we gotta get this better real quick is probably the necessary thing needed in the moment.
Aaron Rodgers addressed the wide receivers and the situation of the offense publicly just a couple days ago. I guess yesterday or this morning there was a meeting in the quarterback's room that Aaron Rodgers led with all the wide receivers and the coaches. Aaron's taken on a little bit more of a coaching role, it feels like, and in his public answer said some things that sounded like a coach's press conference. AJ, have you talked to him since the entire talking about the wide receivers or training camp as a whole? And this isn't normal for Aaron, right? Normally Aaron, kumbaya, super cool guy. Do you think he's taking a little bit more onus on himself for how this offense operates this year?
I mean, yeah, I think you mentioned it earlier, like a sense of urgency. LaFleur knows, like, Aaron definitely has always had a sense of urgency. I'm sure it's always heightened now, especially the older he gets. But I would imagine if he says something publicly like this, it wasn't corrected behind the scenes. Like, he's probably mentioned it a few days before to the guys, whoever's inconsistent, whoever's running wrong routes, whoever's having drops, and then it just spills over kind of publicly, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But, yeah, I have no issue with it. And they're young guys. He even mentioned, like, the young guys need to be more consistent. Well, that's what young guys do. They're inconsistent. So you kind of have to fight through it and find a way to be consistent.
Also, young guys don't understand that you can get your fucking ass cut, right? If you're in the NFL and you're a young guy, a rookie,
You should, man.
You've been good. High school, you've been the best. College, wherever you went, you were the best. You're in the fucking NFL now, you're the best. A lot of guys are staring down their first ever time in their life. They've been told you're not good enough to get on a team. I think that was what Aaron was trying to say. Hey, you dropped the ball to me, you get fucking cut. Like, I think there is that sense of urgency. Like, hey, young guys, you might. I know what your football experience has been. This is a fucking different ball game, though. And I guess it's not that bad of a thing. You know, publicly, never like it being handled, but this could be something that maybe flips a switch in some of the young guys in the wide receiver room, D-Butt.
Maybe. I'm not a big fan of it happening publicly. Obviously, like AJ said, they probably had these conversations behind closed doors. Young guys, they're going to, now the media probably going to be asking them about this all day and what happened in the meeting and all this type of shit. But as you guys alluded to, they got to show up. It's the big boy league. And if you're not, you're going to be out of here quick.
You can get a lot of, like, the guys that are going up there doing spoken word, you know, at the rookie AJ.
I still can't believe that happened.
The worst part of that.
It happened numerous times. What are you talking about?
Wait, the same person?
No, somebody else saw it and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it."
Great idea.
And then it had to get we had to get in front of it. Like Chuck had to get actually in front of it. It was like, "Hey, listen, this is not
that
like
was my room too.
Yeah, fucking right it was.
Yeah.
Guy had a hammy, did a backflip at the end of his.
That was the fucking worst part. You got a hammy, you're sitting out of fucking practice, and then you do a backflip.
D-Bot, what are you doing?
Come on, D-Bot. That was bad.
No,
that was one of our low points.
I think these young guys, though, they just have this like naivety. I don't know if that's even a word.
You talk about lack of awareness, man. You got to be kidding me.
Bro, he might have had the red jersey on from practice that he was wearing underneath the hoodie that he was wearing in the team meeting while he did a backflip and was like stuck it too. Like,
yeah,
great fucking backflip.
He's probably proud of it.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Fucking, I'm gonna bring this home with a goddamn backflip. I've been doing this. He hit it and literally, oh, okay.
All right.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You can do a backflip. Wait a minute, hold on. We just had a very hot long practice where the DBs were down a man, and that was the immediate reaction afterwards, like, well, this guy fucking ain't gonna make the team. All right, this guy's out of here. Then the spoken word guys, they have no idea. They think like everybody's like, yeah, all right, you're the man, you're the man. Instead, it's like, hey, we don't want to hear your fucking shit, dude. And then he got cut. I think both of them fucking cut immediately. It's like they've never experienced that before, though.